Hi, good day everyone. I am Liza NAVASQUEZ and I am going to discuss about planting trees and fruit trees. Planting, just like cooking, requires a systematic way of doing things. It requires a step-by-step procedure on how to select and prepare the soil, the seedling, the tools, and the location for planting. With these requirements, all that is needed is a thorough knowledge and skills on how to do planting process and the manner on how plants are to be taken care of. These are the elements to be observed in planting trees and fruit-bearing trees. 1. Proper care of plants and soil. 2. Methods of planting. 3. Preparing seeds for planting. Number 4. Seed germination. 5. Preparation of seedling before planting. And number 6. Indirect planting. The proper care of plants and soil. Proper care plants of soil is important for healthy and bountiful harvest. Choose the best place for planting. Trees and fruit trees require more space for growth than ornamental plants or crops. This is because trees and fruit trees grow tall and wide. Choose the seeds that best suit season and the soil. This means that the seeds come from a good quality mother and the seeds are healthy, mature with no blemishes or cuts, and of the right size and form. Seeds must be prepared before planting. Planting should be done preferably during the rainy season. The soil must be suited and consult an expert on what type of soil or where do trees like acacia, nara, mango, rambutan, and coconut grow best. Put sufficient fertilizer in the soil. It is advisable to prepare the soil before planting. This means cleaning the soil and its surrounding area and mixing the soil with organic fertilizer. Organic fertilizer are safe and economical fertilizer have to be regulated because overuse can poison the soil. A rich soil is 40% clay loam, 30% compost, 20% dried carabao manure or chicken dung, 10% sun. Always remember, plants need nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium to grow and to make them resistant to pests and diseases. Take care of the soil and the plants regularly. Caring for the young trees means removing the grass and the weeds around them so they do not compete in getting the nutrients from the soil. Keep the soil always moist and this is no problem during the rainy season. However, during the dry months, there is a need to water them regularly. Watering is done during sunrise or after sunset to keep the evaporation of water from the soil low. Make a ring of cultivation around the young tree with the size matching of circumference of the crown of the tree. Take care of the soil and plants regularly. The soil in this ring is loose and slightly healing up. In case of pests or insects infestation, do this by building a fire and allowing the smoke to penetrate the foliage. Use the appropriate pesticides or fungicides to control plants' disease. Consult an expert on this. Likewise, prune the young tree by cutting off infected and unproductive branches. Do not leave excess branches on the trunk to avoid infection which occurs when cut has not healed. Number 2. Methods of planting. Different trees are cultivated in different ways. The use of high-quality seeds results in high productivity. High-quality seeds have a high percentage of germination and correct moisture content and are free from seeds, pests, diseases, and other physical impurities. They should come from a tree with a uniform height and heading, a characteristic known as varietal purity. There are two ways of planting. First is direct planting. Direct planting Direct planting is a method of planting where the seeds of parts of a plant are directly planted in the soil where it will germinate and grow into full-grown trees. Number 2. Indirect planting. The plant needs to be transferred to its permanent place. This is too commonly done with trees. So these are the steps in maintaining high-quality seeds. Remove of type disease and manage seeds. Label seeds and properly. Select and preserve only mature seeds. Dry them under the sun until proper moisture is attained. The different ways of preparing seeds. One way is by placing the seeds under the sun before planting. Example of this is the ipil-ipil tree. There are also seeds that need to soak in the water before planting like ipil-ipil. Some seeds like mango have to be removed from their hard shells before planting. Seeds like santol need to be dried before planted in the soil. There are different ways of preparing seeds. One way is by placing the seeds under the sun before planting. One example of this is the ipil-ipil tree. Then, there are also seeds that need to be soaked in the water before planting, like the seeds of ipil-ipil, and the next is the seeds of avocado are planted as is with the bigger ends of the seeds below the soil surface. Seeds need to moisture, warm oxygen, and some instances sunlight in order to germinate. Small seeds are sown in a seeds box, small plastic trays, pots, and other relatively small containers filled with soil, medium recommended for seeds propagation. The bottom of the seeds boxes should have tiny holes to allow drainage. Before the seeds is sown, the soil should be moistened with the fine spray of water until the soil has absorbed enough to moisture. Make rows with pointed sticks. These rows should be twice as deep as size of the seeds. Sow the seeds evenly in rows and cover them with loose soil. Then press the soil gently. If you will plant trees, the space should be 10 meters in distance depending on the size of the trees. Seed germination. The seed box should be kept in a shady place until the seed have sprouted. It should be protected from pests, animals, and adverse weather. Cover the seeds box with a sheet of paper to keep it from dying out too fast during the dry season. When the seeds have sprouted, make sure that they get enough sunlight from the paper growth. Preparation of seedling before planting. Mortality is high during transplanting if the seedling are not given proper care. Number 1. Thinning. There are times when more seeds are sown than necessary to produce strong plants. Pull out some crowded seedling so that the remaining plants will have more room. Thinning accelerates the circulation of air and provides greater feeding area for seedlings to make them sturdier and healthier. 2. Freaking. This is done by transferring seedling from one seeds box to another to provide more space for proper development. Water the seedling before freaking. Number 3. Hardening. This process is done 7 to 15 days before transferring. The purpose of this is to make tissue of the plants harder in order to survive the rigorous of transplanting. The water intake of the plants is gradually decreased and the seedling is exposed to sunlight for a longer period of time. 6. Indirect planting. Indirect planting, the plant needs to be transferred place. This is commonly done with trees. Nowadays, you can avail seedling planted in small plastic bags ready to transfer. So follow the general steps in the proper transferring of plants. First, place the seedling away from the direct sunlight. Make sure the seedling are healthy and fresh before planting. 2. Dig the area when you want to plant them. The length and the depth of the hole should be according to how big the tree will become. Leave 2 inches allow in the length and depth of the hole to allow the new roots breathe. For big trees like santol, mango, or acacia, the hole is 1 meter wide, 1 meter deep, and 1 meter long. For small trees like atis, chico, avocado, and kasui, the hole should measure 20 inches deep, 20 inches wide, and 20 inches long. Number 3. Remove the plant from the plastic bag. Do not remove the soil with hold the roots. Number 4. Slowly and carefully place the seedling in the hole. Make sure the main roots are not bent. Number 5. Cover with soil. Lightly press the soil. Number 6. Water the new plant early the next morning. Use a water sprinkler. It is important to water the soil that surrounds the plants. Always remember, plant your seedling in the afternoon when sunlight is no longer hot to avoid watering or withering. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching and good day.